By 1920, a road had been established from Port Arthur, Fort William, now Thunder Bay, to Nipigon and extended up the Settlers Road to Cameron Falls. Eventually, the highway was shifted into the town of Nipigon, and a bridge needed to be constructed to connect east and west, thus creating what we now call the Trans-Canada Highway. Back then, it was called the King's Highway, but most people often called it by the name of the town it went to. For example, Port Arthur to Nipigon, the Nipigon Highway, or the Port Arthur Highway. In those days, the Trans-Canada Highway was far from finished, and the northbound Hearst-Toronto Highway would not connect at Nipigon until around 1945. Until that point, it was the only way to Toronto before the southerly route was created. In 1963, the highway was finally completed with a dedication ceremony and christened the Trans-Canada Highway. Yet persistent drivers did actually slog their way through construction zones to their destinations. As for the bridge, this was a monumental task. In shortest possible terms, Rayner Construction began the job hammering the steel cofferdams into the riverbed by steam-powered pile drivers, and concrete piers were put in place. The bridge stands 100 feet above the Nipigon River and spans 827 feet across the gorge, and was completed in the fall of 1937 with a ribbon-cutting ceremony on September 24th, officially connecting the highway. In 1941, the highway from Nipigon to Port Arthur was finally paved. Also worthy of note, the Veterans Guard was put on duty to protect the Nipigon River Bridge from possible attack from hostiles during World War II, following the foiled plot to destroy Nipigon's railway bridge in the First World War. Guards were also found at Virgin Falls protecting the dams. In 1974, reconstruction took place on the bridge. A new suspension bridge, the first of its kind in Ontario, at a cost of $106 million and designed by Marshall Macklin Monahan, was being planned. Construction of the first two-lane bridge westbound began in July 2013 by Bott Construction and Ferrovial Egremont. The 246-foot high bridge was completed and opened on November 29, 2015. Priestley Demolition Incorporated was tasked with dismantling the old bridge to make room for the second identical two-lane bridge. With only one two-lane bridge completed, on January 10, 2016, freezing conditions and heavy winds caused improperly tightened bolts holding the shoe plates to shear off as the cables pulled the bridge up by 60 centimeters, grinding travel to a halt. The next morning, a single lane was opened to ease congestion. A quick fix was made by pouring thousands of kilograms of concrete to pull the structure back down. On February 25, 2016, both lanes were open for opposing traffic once again. The eastbound set of lanes and cables stabilized the bridge as designed and was completed at the end of November 2018. Along with the bridge construction, the township also erected a 40-foot tall lookout tower in the same style as the newly completed Nipigon River Bridge and features an exhilarating 360-degree view. Today, improvements to this area are still being made.